Back, Saint LFCTV with your boy Saint. Back with D-Generation X in full effect, like that. My guy Ish, you telling me? What's good?
Bro, I'm good. I'm good. Obviously, we chopped up the Spurs game earlier. That's done now. It's in the past, isn't it? You lot, in case you missed it before, go run that one up for Saint as well. But
Definitely,
bro,
please.
just keeps moving, innit? It keeps all moving. So yeah,
Rapid,
I'm good, man.
rapid. It goes like that when you're in multiple competitions, isn't it? Like, the
That's what
ones
I'm
there, the
saying, bro.
games are coming rapid. I hear that. My guy Romz, man, talk to me. Be telling me.
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. Just echoing what Ish said. That Spurs game, yeah, it was disappointing, but time to move now. Got bigger things to focus on tomorrow. It should be a great week for us, man.
No, I hear that. Definitely, I hear everything you're saying. Everyone that's jumped in, appreciate it. Everyone that's gonna jump in, everyone that's gonna watch this on a replay. Please, you know the score, you know the drill. Come on, by now, hit that like button for man. It would be very much appreciated, and subscribe if you haven't. Big up Jay Paulie, big up yourself each and every time. Man like Kevin, big up man, big up yourself, man. So yeah, like my brother Ish said. We obviously we did the therapy session on the on the Tottenham game and now we're back for some more because it's the preview, it's the Aston Villa preview. Is this where Steven Gerrard's going to bend over, pause, but do you know what I mean, is he going to just let us just, do you know what I mean, run truth, pause? It's you know what I mean, like it's a lot, like, because boy, the goal difference all of a sudden is a bit peak right now. So yeah. It's not even a case of letting man win. We got a really ball chew like that. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But yeah, like what you man saying coming into this game, man? What's the feelings? What you telling me?
You know what? Word to what you said. We just at first normally you just want the 3 points at the stage of the season, but off the back of their man's result against the Geordies, we have to bowl. We need to be winning this at least by a 3-goal margin, man. At least. And minimum. with that being said, bro, I know us three are all in agreement that we should rest some big players, but normally, I'm not saying there's a mad golfing class, but normally when you rest a few, man, you might not get that as much, that strong attack. Do you know what I mean? You might not be as strong. But had that being said, we've got a big game on Saturday, but yeah, we need to win this by a 3-goal margin. I'm not going to make too many changes, but certain man, you already know, need to just sit this one out.
You need to settle in. Yeah, I hear that. Big up Dal says, still many twists and turns to happen in the remaining 3 games and 2 finals to be played. Up the Redmen. Hey, couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Word. Trust me, big up yourself, Daz, man. It's gonna be an easy game. Kevin, big man.
I hope you're right.
You need to relax.
I don't even know anymore, bro.
I don't know, innit? I don't know about easy games now, man. And
Steve, this was last week. Man will be like, yeah, man, my chest will be big.
I don't know about easy games now, Kevin. You need to allow me, brother. Hopefully, listen, we will win. I do agree. And all jokes aside, I know I'm saying that we need to pam them, and we do, but I don't think it's going to be easy by any means. They still got some ballers on there. These man, I swear, they're in bad form, but I think they come off.
They won a
win, innit? They relegated Norwich, innit?
It was Norwich, yeah.
They relegated them, innit?
Every man gets 3 points against Norwich, though. Like that's not even a thing, innit? Like, but they won well. I think Ings scored. I think Ings is in good form at the moment, actually. Just to touch on some of their players quickly, but Ings is doing all right at the moment. So he's won. And obviously last season for Southampton as well, he bagged against us, innit? When my man was dropping to his knees after the game and that. So like they've got as much as they've been shit this year, bro. Just Stevie he needs to do the job in it. He needs to do the job in it.
Ramsey,
bro. They got a bagger, man. But you see, listen, bro, sometimes end of the season. Yeah,
they should be a bit high. Sorry to cut you, Ish. For their team, right, let's be real, they've been in stinky form, but if you look at them individually, that they should be in the top 10. That they've got very good players. They've got some meaty players. That they've got some good players, man. I just feel like young. Go on.
the pressure is going to be because of off the back of what you're saying, Romz. I think next season the pressure is going to be on Stevie, you know, because of that. Do you know them ones there, like
because he'll get P's as well because they don't. He never really signed anyone in Jan, obviously apart from Coutinho, and I think he signed Digne as well from Everton. He's been injured. He's been injured, but I think this summer he's getting at least. I reckon Stevie G is going to get like 60 M's this summer, 60 70 M's to spend. So that's one where like he's got to hit the ground early next season. He can't be finishing all 14, 15 again. That can't run.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you two. They got our old sporting director, that Persolo guy, in it, and they got a good relationship. And I remember when they got Gerrard, he said, because we know each other well, I will back him. That he knows I'll back him, and that was one of the big things. So you know, you're at pressures on this season. I think they're allowing him come through halfway, and that next season. Yeah, you know you don't get time in this league.
Yeah, no, definitely, you're right, man. Hey, co-op, man, chin up, man. We move. Don't worry, man. Don't get too depressed, bruv. We keep going. You know them way there. Like, Kevin said, have you seen their centre back saying they've been so average this season? Tottenham slapped them 4-0. Yeah, no, I know. Like, definitely, they're defensively. They haven't been great, to be very honest with you. You're all right.
I've been onto Mings for the longest time, bro. Like in my group chats, like my boy, like some of my boys rate him. I do not rate this guy. Man. Man's in there on some left foot 6'4" tax, bro. Yeah, some lighty tax, bro. Like nah, I don't rate him like that, bro. Obviously, big up all my lighties, but he's on some little Love Island thing out there, bro. I do not rate this guy, bro. Do not rate him at all, man.
Nah, he's not. He's any meaty baller, man.
Watch him go and have a fucking worldie against us now, but yeah,
there's no
Salah should be. If he plays, he should be back in there.
When Diaz hasn't really pulled up no trees either, to be fair, going up there. In all seriousness.
What's my man called as well? Bailey as well.
Yeah,
Bailey,
He's
been injured.
He's just not consistent. Yeah, that's exactly it. He's just bare inconsistent.
I
had high hopes for him. I had high hopes for him, man. He was doing bits at it's Leverkusen, isn't it?
Yeah, proper. Oh, when he's from other half from that one of my country, I just have to I've naturally got a bias in it. Yard man, I wouldn't think you well.
I hear it.
I remember when there was Bear Bailey talk for us. I said, nah.
That's why I've got a football in head. Like, yeah, you're my compatriot.
I just like draw the line there.
Not for my club.
Screw the league. Let me second win the FA Cup and the Champions League. It might be the case. Man. It's true. Court said, "Babe, you got that Caribbean tax." Yeah, as well. It's big facts, bruv. Yeah, as well. It's bare yard, but I would have liked it. Bare yard feeling that. Imagine trying to just pat it up, man, like fucking Luis Diaz and that. Do you know there was there patois and that? Like, it'd have been hard. But all right, going into this. Them man there, where are they? I'm trying to see where them man. I mean, every they need it's not like they don't need the points in it, but like generally speaking,
they're comfy. They're like bottom mid-table kind of. I think they're like 13th, 14th. I want to say.
Right, they rose. That last time I freed that he was at all 2 places above the relegation. That is 16.
I swear.
Yeah, no, I don't think they are now. I checked that like weeks ago, but you know how the points difference that quite tight. I think between 17th and like 11th, there's only about 5 points in it. So they might have rose still. They're 11th. They're 11th.
Their last 6 games. Yeah, their last 6 is 3 losses, a draw, and 2 wins. In all comps.
But what Romz said, between 10th and 15th, there's like 4 points. So it's a merry-go-round thing down there.
It is kind of a merry-go-round still. All right. So going into this. We all know, like, obviously, we know what we need to do in it. We know, like, what's expected of us. We cannot drop points. And all jokes aside, we do need to pam these lot. Like, we need to give them that straight, but it's going to be a bit mad because we're looking a bit leggy and there's certain man that definitely needs some rest because we do have to keep one eye on the final. Like, it would be very dumb for us not to. Actually, let me ask this to you. This is my thoughts in it. But do we go harder for the league, knowing what just happened, and just, you know what I mean, just say it is what it is for the final, or do we try and ultimately save and try and go harder for the final on Saturday? Because we can't mess around and say that there isn't. Do you know what I mean? We can't just do this preview and not act like we ain't got that on Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know what, saying for me, I don't want to sound like, you see, when the players come with that media training, like every game is important kind of thing, but I kind of hear it for this, because we can't really be in a position where we're like, oh, let's go for the cup on Saturday, and then listen, bro, cup final, that like we can lose on any given day. It's just it can happen. In it. I'm confident we'll win, but we can still lose. So I'm not even saying the league is done. I don't want it to be one where we like rest bare man tomorrow, put like a Carabao Cup team out, and then go and drop points again to Villa. Like, we kind of need to win this one. I think like, both games I say is as important as each other. Like, I hear what you're saying, is that the league now is like the one that's furthest away, but I'm not trying to let go of that just yet. You know, I think this game is just as important for me. I think we need to win. Like you said, we need to win well, but first we got to just win. So we got to go strong for this. We got to go strong for both. We got the squad. We got the squad to do both, man.
What's your thoughts on it, Romz?
Same thing, because I feel like in the earlier review, us three were going like, yeah, man need to rest. But the more I think about it, word to what Ish said, we can't just dismiss the league. Cool, it is a harder task than it was, let's say, before the Tottenham game, but we still, and the things with this game, like I said earlier, it's not like we just have to win this how it was before. Before the Tottenham game, just get 3 points. But now you have to think of goal difference, because God willing, City do lose a game and we win a game, it will be off goal difference in it. So now my thing, you know what? In the 12 minutes in the stream, my starting 11 has changed that 1,000 times already. Now I'm thinking, should I go stronger? Like, my head's all over the place now.
You know what it is though? The league's like that girl that you just, I'm not ready to let her go yet, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to let her go, bro.
I know, bro.
I can't, bro.
I
can't just be like, let's just go for the FA Cup, like, because we need to be there, innit? Like what Romz was saying, like if City drop points, but we need to be there. We can't drop points again. We cannot drop points again.
Even though it might only be for 24 hours, it will still give us that psychological boost. We win by a good margin. We're level on points. So then, cool, the pressure's back on them. You know what I mean? And we play first. That's another key thing. So, now I'm thinking you have to go strong. There's still certain man I'm resting though, that regardless. But we have to go strong.
Before we get into the lineups, and Trudon jumps in with this, so let's do it. Let's deal with this. Nice one, still. Saw this question on Coppish, big up Coppish each and every time, and wanted your guys' thoughts. Would you rather have 4 Prems and no Champions League, or 1 Prem and 2 Champions League? Pretty easy for me. I don't know about you, man.
The latter, innit?
Easy,
100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
100%
all day long,
because you've got both. You might have not be low on one, but you've got both. And
you're European, like you're at the table at
you're with the big
level. Yeah.
Because man, I'm not just saying it's easy to say as a Liverpool fans, but let's have it right. I hear the consistent stuff and it's harder to win, but let's be real. Champions League still that better, that more glamorous trophy. It's that trophy I feel like you feel happier when you win. People might say, yeah, but you've only won 1 in 30 years. You don't know what it is how to feel in that.
When Chelsea won last year, when Chelsea won last year, and like it was us and City, and them man were like, yeah, but we're champions.
Exactly.
We know what we are. You couldn't say nothing to them, man. Like, you know,
and it's like all the best play. Like, no disrespect to the Prem, but you go against the Norwich and be playing man like Grant Handy, where you have to go PSG and go play Mbappe and that. Like, so I've always
for the bottom of players.
Because it's mad that it's mad that as Liverpool fans, it's easy to say this, but then most City fans ask them what they love. Sometimes they don't care about Champions League. They're saying the Prem's our priority, but that is
they're all booing the anthem and that, bro. It's mad. It's mad. You wonder why you got bumped out. No, bro. That's why. That's why, bro. That's why.
Yeah, but it's for me, it's the better trophy. So to answer Trudon's question, 100% the latter. 100.
You know what's the first one that came to my head as well? Just quickly, when Trudon asked that, I was thinking of the Barca game, and I was thinking, would I trade that for anything? No, I'm not trading that for nothing, bro. You can give me another couple more Prems, word to what Romz is saying, against Norwich and that man winning 6-7-0. But that Barca game, I'm not trading that for nothing. So yeah, let me sit here with my 1 Prem and my two Champions Leagues. I'm good.
But we don't even have to worry about it because we're going for 7. All right. Salah, Mane, Trent, and Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago, they all get a rest mod. So that's mad. That brings us nicely into our starting lineups. City ain't dropping screw the league. All right. Robbo will get rested, but I hope the rest of the team stays the same. So we're getting very opposing things. So I like that. 6-0 Liverpool. Would love that, bro. That's what we need. A real piping. I think if we beat them 6-0, there will be investigations into them, man. Still, I'm not gonna lie. There will be deep investigations.
They might even get the banners out.
We'll
even though they done a 7-2, even though they done a 7-2, like the ones that it's one of them ones, but they will definitely be.
You have to keep it a bit respectful,
Yeah.
Still, like, let's go for the goal difference in the other games. We got Southampton on the Tuesday afterwards, isn't it? Like this one, we can't have Stevie G facing allegations and that.
Jay Pauly says it's a very good one. One thing is though, as well, we can't risk no stupid injury. Having 2 finals coming up is a sticky one. See what I'm saying? It is a sticky one, man. I'm not gonna lie. All I'm saying is West Ham are massive for this weekend, anyways. Believe me.
I've been saying I think that could be the game.
One, bro.
Do you know how good our run has been? To have a draw against Spurs and it's a disaster shows how fixed the Prem is. That Rodri handball up there was a fake Sterling offside as a game changer. You're right. I mean, but then people would say we've had a couple. I'm not gonna lie. Mane's done a couple stupidnesses that other people have been like, well, Barca game. I was in a pub in Camden about to scuff a Barca fan. That gave me bare verbal. Trust me, come on, I can imagine. Wouldn't miss that for the world, brother. Nah, definitely, man. They're going to, bruv. If we go and do them an absolute greasing, yeah, it's gonna be inquiries. There's gonna be inquiries, bruv. There's gonna be inquiries.
Every time we play them now, it's just gonna be like if Villa don't like put up a fight, they're just gonna be on to Gerrard automatically.
Yeah. Brother,
Any time of the season.
Bro. Oh God, bro. Are you just laying down to man like? All right. Let's get into this predicted lineup, innit? So, Kelleher in goal?
Whoa.
I'm fucking with you.
I was even just going to say, let's just move on from the keeper because he picked himself.
All right, cool. So, Ali, guess a bit techie right now. Still, whichever way you want to start.
I'm playing Joey G. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
from the
I was going to say that.
I'm playing Joey G. Right.
I'm playing Simicast.
Right
from the jump. No, left.
Left back.
Just know that.
Both of them are holding bench.
Man, can we just say it? I think this is the first preview starting 11 we're doing where all departments are techie. Like you're gonna have to think I think this is one of the first games that
it's mad.
Techie. We'll get to that.
Yeah, but Timmy and Joey G, I agree with you two. They were my first 2 big changes.
Both for like resting reasons, also because Trent and Robbo have just been dead for the last couple of games. Like you said in the other show, we're saying Trent improved second half Villarreal, but last 2 games they've been a bit meaty. So
his first half Villarreal was shocking. Like, although he improved, the first half was bad.
The bar was on the floor, innit? He improved, but the bar was like low.
Coquelin. That's twice, you ain't jumped for Coquelin, and then you just kind of allowed Kane to just. There's a laziness about
if I think about it too much, I'll start saying wild things about Trent in it, and like he's my guy. So let me just keep that one.
Even Cole says I would drop Trent for spamming crosses. Yeah, like it's the yeah. All right, so wing backs, fullbacks are done. Cool. Go on, Romz.
I don't know. I'm saying Matip and Dak for this.
Yeah,
I'm saying Matip because I was thinking. I'm just thinking of not Sunday, Saturday, and I just feel I don't know how it is yet, but I feel recent Klopp's is literally on this every other game thing. So Konate, you play this game, Matip, you play this game, And this is how quality we are, yeah. There's not a golfing class between either of them. And you, like I think Saint, you said it a few streams ago, you don't look at it funny that, yeah, either or you don't mind. But I just think because literally it's based on this, because Konate played the last one. I think Matic plays this one. I don't think Villa aren't really a team where you get much runs in behind. So this caters to Matic.
I would agree. I would agree for slightly different reason, but I would agree. I personally, because we said that Gomez plays right back, I would like Matip.
Next to
See,
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And I think that patterns it up. That gives him space, the intelligence for him to be able to go and do a little Trent, do you know what I mean, thing. But obviously there's no, do you know what I mean, it's just solid. Like because of that, I would like Matip there. I wouldn't feel as it's not as it's cool, but I wouldn't feel as confident having Ibu and Gomez there. See what I'm saying?
I didn't even think of that, but that's a good point. I would have started Matip anyway, but yeah,
because I think
there's
there's an element of maybe naivety of them two together. They're both quality, but because they're young and they might have that one lapse in concentration. No, I hear that. I do hear that.
It's still got Ollie Watkins to like to do you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I would go, so like I said, we both came to the same thing, but just for different reasons. But that's so I'd go there. And then midfield.
My mind's been conflicted for the past couple out because I genuinely don't know this time.
I want Hendo as the 6.
Yeah, I want Hendo as the 6 as well. I'm saying Hendo, Naby, either Jones or Milner.
But you, man, would you Hendo twice in a week? That's the only thing
I'll rest Hendo in the final. You know, I'll go.
I'll
go NFT. I'll go NFT in the final.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd do the same.
I don't think that's gonna be the game for Hendo. You know, that game in the final, Chelsea are gonna be doing some low block foolishness, bro. So I think we're gonna have a lot of the ball. Yeah, they will have the threat on the counter, but I think we'll need Naby and Thiago to try and break them down at the back in it. Don't forget, we didn't have Thiago. Thiago hasn't faced Chelsea this season in the games that we played. Though I think Naby, I think he can do a job there, just sitting a bit deeper, if anything. But and I think Flacco. More importantly, I think Flacco needs a rest for this one.
Yeah.
If he's gonna be on top form for the final, he needs a rest. And I can't really see anyone else playing the 6. Milner, nah. Then that's kind of it, really. You haven't really got any other options. So yeah. Hendo can play this one. Even if Hendo plays like 70, Flacco comes on, does the last 20 or something. But Fabinho needs the rest, 100%.
Big up Marshall, man. Jay Paulie agrees. Gomez got to start. Kevin, I want Taki to start. Ooh, that's a big shout. I would bench Salah.
He
said Taki still. So okay. Even in my head, I was like, wrong. I said, quite. All right, okay. I would bench Salah. He's been shite recently. Yeah, Marshall, we'll get into that. Don't you worry still. Raskai, Salah is greedy and not worth the new contract. We'll get into that. I might even do a little sub show on that still, so that we talk about that properly still.
I was going to say,
go on, Romz.
I know it's been a bit stale before, and I hear the Fab rest, but this is my thinking was to bring Hendo on kind of early second half, but I was thinking Fab, Keita and Jones, and I know it's been stale, but I think that's a good enough 3 to dismiss Villa. Because I think we're all in agreement. Thiago don't start this game. He might get minutes.
No minutes, bro. You
don't want him no minutes at all.
I think we should pattern Villa. Within
a reasonable time.
Really,
that's what I was thinking, and that explains my Fab starting because I think Hendo can replace him early in that 6. But I can hear you two starting him. But I would have went Fab, Keita and Jones. I think I've been saying this for weeks, but then when he has his run around, he just goes missing a bit. But I just feel like he can get some minutes in this game.
Yeah. No, I agree. So who would you go midfield?
Fab in the 6, Keita and Jones.
No, I hear that. I personally would play Hendo in the 6, man. I want Hendo in the 6. Keita.
But the
And
thing,
Jones. I could
the
see
reason
Jones.
why I understand you two's thinking, because Douglas Luiz and McGinn, they're just everywhere. They're everywhere. They're very busy.
They're busy,
But,
yeah.
And I think sometimes, I'm not going to say Keita can be lazy, but sometimes he'll just let man run past him without actually tracking them. But I don't know.
He's been good recently.
Fab needs a rest,
Yeah.
man. Like, and that midfield will work him. Do you know what I mean? It's not one where he'd
It's
like.
true. It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? I just to then like, Fab needs a rest, man.
Fab never has a good game against Chelsea as well. If you check it, like Kante always, for some reason, against Flacco always has a good game against him. So I'd rather not see him on the back of playing like 3-4 games in a row.
3-4 games. I hear that.
This rest.
The thing is, my only thinking was because I start that big game like that. I start Hendo on Saturday, but I can hear you two's middle three as well.
Yeah, no, it's good. Ras, there's a lot of Salah hate, you know. I'm like, he hasn't been great lately, but like we do have to relax on the Salah hate because let's be honest, like
big up Ras, he shows no mercy. You know? This guy
he's unfiltered, takes it out, his link-up play has been a lot better of late. And there's things that he's been doing. So like and I started this comment actually, Jazim, just so you know, I hadn't missed it. But it's normal. The amount of hatred is unbelievable. If all players are bad, it's Salah's mistake. Ask Klopp why Salah's form's bad. He shifted to playmaking and to cover for Trent, not to score. Don't know about not to score. I think Salah's always out to score, but I do agree with the playmaking part of it. He has actually had games where like I think even us. We marked him. I can't remember what game, and we were like, no, he actually did all right. Like, you know, them ones there.
Because he set someone up.
I was like, you know what, his actual playmaking was decent. He didn't score, but so like he's actually been a lot better in that sense. But yeah, Ras, we need to calm down because when he's doing up a madness, do you see what I'm saying? And there's the guy. As much as I say he might have dropped the ball if you don't get the golden boot, he's still in the contention. He's still there. He's still right now leading. You know, them ones there. So like, there's not really much I can. I mean, we need to calm down a little bit. And to be very honest with you, we can't have so much hate on someone that puts on the shirt, like, you know, like that. Like we have to be a little bit. He's a top G. Like this guy is serious. Give a rest, Jazim, bro. Salah ain't getting critiqued by the man them too much. No, you know what? Like, and we do critique. I feel like we critique him a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I just said the hate needs to simmer down a little bit. But Salah's been getting corn. What did we give him in a review? So we give him like a 4.
Bro, Salah's not had more than like an 8 for me for a minute.
Bro,
and the 8 is, when was the last time you gave him an 8, bro? Like, you know, like that. Like,
I said 8, but really, my head is saying 7.5 in it. Yeah.
If you don't have watched the stream since AFCON, we've been giving him what he deserves. We love him, he's our player, but we're a fair channel. Like, if you play bad, we'll call you out.
There's no echo chambers on here. Like,
man,
you know,
I bet he's 6. I bet his average score from us is like a 6. Big man thing since Christmas. I don't think he's got more than a 6 most of the time. But yeah, he's got to keep it real on it. If he's good, he's good.
Curtis Jones, Elliot.
I actually forgot about Elliot, you know.
Thiago starts every game. No way. No way.
Be careful with that one, man.
No way. Not for me, Co-op, bro. No way. We need to wrap him up like cotton wool and play him in the games we need him the most, Reed Boy, because he's, you know, like that. And I hope you know what I'm saying when I say that as well. It's not like, nah, he would if we could, you know what I mean, reinforce him, but no. Liverpool Origi has to start. There's a shout for it. So what did we go for? Romz is adamant on the Fab start, and me and Ish are saying Hendo, Keita, and what the third is up for grabs. I said Jones.
I said Jones. I can hear Milner as well, but yeah, one of them two.
I think we all three agreed on Jones and Keita, but you two, Hendo, me, Fab. It's similar for middle three, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Need that man at home, bubble wrap to the final. Exactly what Jay Paulie said. Exactly what Jay Paulie said. You know, like that, definitely. And that's why Fabinho didn't get into our starting lineup, because he needs the rest, man. Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
still,
hey.
there could be a
Don't
shout
mention
for
that guy
Ox,
around here.
Don't
There
play
could be a
around.
shout for Ox,
Nah. You know what? Listen,
There could be a shout
if
for
he gets
Ox,
minutes, I
it would
can
be in a
hear
game
it
like this,
because
no? It'd be in
it's
a
one
game
where
like
I
this,
could be like,
no?
yeah. Get busy against that midfield, like Romz was saying, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, and them, man. But I don't think we're seeing this man in the Liverpool.
For me,
again.
it would be in that Curtis role, innit? It'd be in that Curtis role.
Yeah.
It'd be him, Fab Hendo, and then Keita. So he'd be doing
It'll be in that Jones role where I don't want to say this, but where he can kind of afford to do fuckery, but we still got two man assuring him behind him. So I hear you, but
fuckery, but not fuck all, yeah. Because I know sometimes man's on the pitch and he's ghosted on man. Like, do something, please. That's what I'm saying. If we're gonna play
lyric,
like
bro. Fuckery, that is
like,
a lyric.
we'll see.
Marshall, one thing I will say, is guys, isn't Salah the most predictable player in the Premier League? I often said this, I said this early. Let's not act like he's now the most predictable player. I would agree, he probably is, but he has been for some time. Since his first season, that is why people thought he was a one-season wonder, because he's so predictable. And I used to ask people, what's harder? Not knowing what a man's going to do, or knowing exactly what a man's going to do and still yet not being able to stop it? You know them ones there, like,
let me give you
predictable, but go ahead.
You know the perfect player you mentioned when you're speaking about this for me is Iron Robin. You always knew he was gonna cut in on his wonder left, but you could not stop it.
You're not stopping that. Bro.
Word to what Saint said. I don't hear all of that most predictable, because if you're predictable, you should be getting stopped all the time. If you can still beat that,
man,
you're amazing.
Going into the game knowing he's cutting in on that left, and how much man has he skinned? Like, but I'm not gonna disagree with you and say that he's great at the moment. He's doing shit. He's shit right now. Like, he's in a bad vein of form right now. But at the same time, even in him being shit, let's break it down, innit? Because he ain't just been absolute doo-doo. Like, there's been a lot of link-up play that he's been decent. Like, I remember the Newcastle game, he put one sexy ball onto Mane's head, and Mane did a madness. Like, let's really look at it. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to ask you two, because I'm seeing a lot in the chat actually, and I wanted to go. I wanted to just, so I haven't picked it up, but man is saying that he's not passing to Diaz. Is that something that you man have picked up on? Because I'm not gonna lie, Raz, I ain't seen it.
What, Salah?
I clocked it once. In the Spurs game, but it's not been the thing where it's been like a.
I'll be real.
It's Salah. Man don't pass to Mane. Like, you know, like if he's on a,
he don't pass to anyone. He'll pass to Trent. He'll lay it off the Trent, and that's it. But you better give it back to him. That's
he's
it.
getting a what's it called, a triangle or whatever. So that's what it is. So I ain't seen it, but I will pay more attention to it now that it's been said, because I ain't. All right, so forward line. What are we saying?
This is the one I got my mindset on. I'm gonna go first on this one. I'm going Diaz on the left, Origi on the right. Sorry, Origi through the middle, and Demo. If you're in here, you're gonna love me forever. But I'm actually starting Taki this game.
Who on the left?
Diaz on the left, D9 through the middle, Taki on the right. I'm giving Mane and Salah both a rest. And I'm not.
Dreams can come true. Man's fucking dreaming, bro. You think Klopp's doing that, brother? I like it.
I can think the thing.
I like it.
Remember,
I'm on it. And you know when you're like,
You know when we do starting 11s, more time we know Klopp's not gonna do what we say, but that's what I'm doing. That's my
100%. Nah, I like that.
Salah and Mane are getting rested. I'm calling him number 20. Sorry, he gets the threat from me at the moment. Number 20 is not starting for me. He can get minutes, but he's not starting. I think Taki, because he's not played in a long time, he's going to give his all. And I think Taki will even bag. So this is the stream I want Demo in, because Demo will be going mad. Demo, if you watch this on the playback, give me my flowers, because your boy is man. I've never named your boy in my starting 11, but he's in.
Pep still got it and cried over Real. Let him keep weeping. It suits him. After he win the Champions League trophy, he'll come out and say the whole world supports Liverpool. Mad thing. True though, if they do win the league and then we win the Champions League, it'll be like 2019 all over again. Like no one will care. Like no one will
give two. You know. What are you two saying about the front three? Big word, Marshall. Big up Taki, man.
Yeah, nah. Big up.
I ain't really
Marshall.
with this tacky thing like that. If I'm being real. I'm not- like, big up Demo first of all. I ain't really with this. Not a squeaky bum time, innit? Like I said, big up Taki. You done your thing this season, early rounds of the Carabao Cup and that. But yeah, that's for you. Not business end of the season when there's for me there's still a code on the line, innit? I ain't seen Taki in a minute. I don't even know what he's saying these days. I don't even know what boots man's wearing. Like I ain't seen Taki for last time I see Taki was when we got through to
boots man's wearing.
Bro, last time I see Taki, it was Villarreal when he was wearing a bib and he came on to celebrate. I was like, right, is that Taki? Like proper in with all the boys and that. So
Jesus,
yeah, I don't know. But
go on.
Diaz on the right. I'm saying Diaz on it just quickly. Diaz on the right.
You man, Diaz on the right. You know, this so disrespectful, bro. It's very disrespectful.
Nah, bro, he started a couple games on the right. I'm saying Diaz on the right. If Bobby's fit, Bobby through the middle. If not, D9, and then on the left, I'm starting number 20. You know, I'm starting number 20. Yeah.
Can I just put a spanner in the works?
He needs the bag.
Could you man hear Elliot
in the front three?
Yeah. Me personally, no, but I can see it.
I don't know, you know. I don't know.
I would rather see Taki. I would rather see Taki on the right.
I would rather see Taki as well, I think. And I'm not even
to be honest with you. And that's not me shading it, man. Like, but I honestly feel like
because we ain't really seen it. We ain't really seen Harvey there all season, innit? Like, we can't just
or Ops or something.
Like, Taki for camera. Like, trying to see Donny ever again.
It's true, bro. You see the little shaking hands emoji? That's it. Big man. Yeah, you done your thing, man. Say it.
We're gonna do a little 10-minute transfer bit after this. We're gonna talk about that. Don't worry. Court said I miss Bobby, my dog. No, I think he's coming back. I'm trying to find some news on if he'll be available. But I don't think he will be for this game, if I'm honest with you.
I've just seen on Sky Sports he's closer and could be ready for Saturday, but I think he's a doubt for tomorrow.
My guy Ravi, well gone. Yo, big up. We need to pull up like a reggae DJ on Villa. Don't feel Mitchell drunk falling down the stairs mixes, you know. Hey, my guy. That's the only reason I don't think he'll start. We could see him come on maybe. Klopp said he's available for the game. I don't know if he'd start him though. I wouldn't be if he's totally available. Then yeah, I could see it, but I don't think he'll start. I'd like to see him come on. I would go Diaz. I would go Diaz, Jota.
You probably didn't want to say Jota's name in it.
Nah, I didn't. Nah, I'll go Diaz, D9, Jota. So I'd put Jota on the right.
Jota on the right?
Yeah, I'd put Jota.
Don't joke with that one.
But you know what? Who else? He's not going to put Taki there as much as I'm screaming for Taki. Taki's not going there.
I'd rather play Diaz on the right, you know. Because Diaz, if he's on the right, he can do the wing thing where he's just going to skin the man.
Yeah, but who on the left? And then put who on the left? Jota.
I'd rather see Jota on the left. Yeah.
But Diaz is better than Jota on the left. So at least one man is doing what he's doing in his natural position. Yeah. Two man.
You know what it is though? Go on. My thing is, sorry, just quickly. Jota on the right, trying to beat a man. No, bro. Like, on the left, you can do the little cutting in thing, try and do a link up thing. Yeah. On the right,
I was going to say, when's the last time Jota really beat a man on the left, brother? Like, you don't really do that like that. Like, you don't really beat. Like, let's be honest, man is skinning man up. Man is standing man up. When? What are you talking about? I'm just saying that, Because I'm thinking in and around the box. I don't care about where he is. I'm just thinking like we've got we've got D9, who's really rarely likes to stay in the fucking center. Let's be honest. So them two can do the switcheroo thing. Do you know them ones there? Just want him in and around the box to do what he does. Do you know, bag, sub him, put Bobby on, nice. But like, you know what I'm saying? But at least like,
do your thing and get out.
Yeah, like that's my thoughts in it. Like, you put him there. You get him in and around the box, and like I said, in and around the box, he's cool, innit? Like, hopefully, just not get the one-on-one situation thing. Can leave to D9, and D9 and Diaz get natural positions. Calm. And Kastaki's not getting that. He's not. It's not happening.
Was he even on the bench? Has he even on the bench recently? Bro, I ain't really seen him for the longest. He ain't getting minutes anyway. Let's be real on that one.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he's not. All right, so let's get into this little 10-minute segment before we go.
Well, we're forgetting one big thing: scores. Or was you going to do that at the end?
Oh my days, brother! No, I totally forgot that still because I'm no idiot. That's why I got you here.
You really want to predict the scores?
I lied. That was nice, bro. I could have moved on quite calmly, bro. Like,
sorry, but we got to stick to.
Yeah. No, facts.
I'm going audacious 4-1. I think we stake a claim with this. I think we just know goal. I think goal difference will be on our man. I know the personnel's changed. I'm not even going to say a lot with our starting 11s, but I do feel we do blow them out the water, even if it means a late flurry of goals once our better players come on. But I think we do them 4-1. What do you two say? That moment of silence was mad.
I was like, say it, go, bro.
You know, like what it is, yeah? Like Marshall said, 4-1 would be sick.
Would.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah, that one's more likely for me, I think.
I think 3-1. Personally. I think they score. Yeah, I think they score. It might even be that pussy, but I think we slap them. But I just don't think we slap them enough.
I think it's gonna be tighter than that. I'm saying 2-1, you know. But a late 2-1. It's gonna be. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks. We've not won 2-1 yet, and I think it's gonna be one where it's a late one to bring us back into it. You see, was it 1920 when Robert got an equaliser and Mane?
Then you're running it back to then.
It's gonna be one of them ones where it's like City are gonna think, yeah, this league is looking done, but then we're gonna do the mad thing last minute. It might even be a D9 winner. This might be his last mad thing because I know he's got one more. He's got one more in him. Don't know if we'll get minutes in either of the finals. So yeah, D9. Time to rise up, bro. Time to rise up.
You man, start the transfer thing. I'll be back in 2 seconds, innit?
Yeah. Say nothing. What do you say? What did you say, Romz? 4-1.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going more of my heart. I'm going more of my heart than my head with that one, but I'm not changing it. I'm just going 4-1.
Bro, like Marshall said, 4-1 would be sick, bro. I would take that all day long, man. But we're getting a dub. We're definitely getting a dub. I believe that. Let's
chop up let's say the 3 main talking points I'd say in the last couple hours. The Mane to Bayern, the Haaland to City that's confirmed, and then the early talks with Darwin Núñez in United. So I think we should start off with the confirmed one, Haaland. What are you saying about that?
You know what? Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to say it, I'm going to say it. I want you to go first.
Man, they can say this is capping it, or they can say I'm being a hater, but don't think this guy's going to just come and get 30 goals just like that. That's all I'm saying. He can bag a calm little 20. That's not a calm 20, but he'll get 20 goals maybe. 2 things: A, the fitness, and B, obviously, they've been talking about.
He averages 5 injuries a season, bro. He's been out for Dortmund a lot this season.
He barely played this season for them.
This is why we think very alike, because Pep first season tax is real. Like, it's actually real. A lot of
Grealish. Look at Grealish
Grealish,
playing all like
Cancelo.
chicken change minutes and that. Yeah, it's mad.
I can't even remember any other names, but a lot of men in their first season have not.
Rodri, Bearman. The only man I can think of who banged first season, Ruben Diaz. Yeah, sick from
First
the
season,
jump.
yeah.
I'm trying to think who else, bro.
Obviously
Edison was sick from early as well. But Bearman have just been like kind of meaty first year, and then second season they come into it. So,
but the thing, I wouldn't associate Haaland with being meaty. I just think for his standards, I think expect him to get 30 in his first season.
Yeah,
I think he'll get between the 20 and 25 region, but
might not even, bro. To think about, yeah, to get 20, 25 goals in this Premier, you've got to play most games. Because you think about it, yeah, you're not gonna get. I know he averages. I think he averages one a game for Dortmund, but he's not getting that in the Prem, bro. He's not getting one a game in the Prem.
But only thing I'll say is the map deep it. How many times? I'm not really gonna call it a tapping match, but how many times do City play that typical byline cut back and no one's really there? I think that's where he's gonna gobble up.
He will be there. Yeah,
he's gonna gobble up most of the goal. I think out of that, the 20 goals or 15 goals, he scores about 15 like. I'm not going to say sweaty goals, but kind of like tap-ins or cutbacks.
Where it's just like, yeah. No, I hear it. But I just think it's not going to be this. I know City create a lot of chances. That's for sure. Like, look at what they done yesterday to Newcastle. They've been scoring goals for fun this season. But, bro, I don't know, like, he's going to have to adapt. Like, we spoke about with the first season tax. Like, not many players just come and bang first season, but bang like the way you think he's going to bang, like the way he's been banging for Dortmund. Like Salah getting 32 goals in his first season, bro. That shit doesn't really happen very often, bro. That doesn't happen very often at all. Like, so unless he just does a madness, unless he does a complete madness, and I won't be surprised either if him and City just go mad. But football's funny, isn't it? That's too obvious for that to happen in the first season. City just go and walk it, but bro, like, yeah, it's a good signing for City. Like, there's no getting away from that. Good age as well. Like, in theory, he's going to be there in the next like 10 years or whatever. But I'm not really worried, if I'm being honest. Like, hand on heart, I'm not really worried. I'm more concerned about what we're going to do this summer. Like,
exactly,
them man can do whatever they want to do when it comes down to 38 games. Then yeah,
I was also going to. Pep's all about a system. Do you also think it could take away from their creativity? Because he's going to be their focal point. Their ideas are just going to get to Haaland. So all this intricacy and all this nice football you see, you might see City less glamorous next season. But at the same time, this is what they've been crying out for. Because the only thing that does worry me is the games they've drawn this season. The Palace
game, like, yeah.
That's the games I think Haaland wins them. Not even thinks, he wins them. So that's my only. I'm not really worried about
Let me flip it on you though, yeah. Like, obviously, he's much better than Jota. Like, I'm not comparing them in terms of like quality, but
yeah,
you see how them man dominate us in the games we play against them. If you check it, they're playing with like 6-7 midfielders on the pitch at a time. So like you just said, having him on a pitch, they might lose some of that controlling games. So there might be games while they might win against the small teams, but they might not be as good against the big teams either. Like, we've seen how Lukaku this season for Chelsea, like, bro, fair enough, he's been eating recently, got the brace against Wolves and that, but bro, he's proved that if he does well, it means Chelsea are not doing well. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, him and Chelsea can't eat together because it's like the chances that he wants them to create, they're not really creating for him. So it could be a similar kind of thing to Lukaku, but bro, like I said, I'm not really worried. Like, yeah, they've had Lengmen before. Look at Aguero. Like, it's not like they signed flipping prime Messi line. Like, you can still go toe to toe with these man. Like, it's just they signed another £60 million player. Yeah, like,
what about Haaland? Yeah.
What you saying?
I think it's probably saying pretty much what I'm saying. Not saying that he's not going to come and ball out, but like I said in I think in another stream, there has been badder men that have come with a bigger, do you know what I mean, badder reputation, and they ain't worked out. So, like, listen, Premier League is different. We got to see him come and do what he's doing, innit? There's no certainty he's gonna come and do 30 a season and that and all this. Do you know what I mean? Madnesses. So we just gotta just wait and see. But like I said, with us, call me a fool, but I don't know. Like, I feel like we're in a position right now where I'm actually looking a bit hopeful for the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could happen? What movements could happen? Like, we've seen, we don't have to get the most baitist, do you know what I mean? Like, transfer out there. One small strategic move can make your whole squad look mud, you know, like that. And I'm kind of like, let's see what we do. Let's see where we go. There's no one that I trust more with money than us. Let's see if, like now there's apparently this 95 mil shirt sponsored deal going around. Like, there's money the night we start seeing some fruits from this Nike sponsorship deal. Like, there's monies in it. Like, obviously, if we're doing a madness with getting at least minimum a treble in the cups, there's money in it. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like,
that's bro. And I'm even reading that we get like 70 M's just for getting to the finals of the Champions League. So
of the champs.
Listen, like you said, we're good with when it comes to getting creative with the signings. We'll go and bag a man for 40 M's from the Bundesliga who's not really that well known. And then we'll go and do madness with him. Listen, we were never
like that.
That's what I'm saying. We were never getting Haaland. Like, as much as we could pipe you, I think they told Klopp the other day, like not like a couple months ago, like what the wages that was going around. My man, what? Yeah, drop me out of that. Drop me out of that one. Like, that's not for us, innit? That's not for us. Listen, we'll do our thing. We'll shop where we're shopping. Them man can shop where they're shopping, and then we'll see. But yeah, man, don't just think because it's Haaland and he went and bagged a goal a game in Dortmund, he's going to do that here. That's what I'm saying. Like, he might bang in it. It's very most likely that he will bang, but
that's a funny one. Still, that's a funny one, man. I said feeling sad for Haaland. He's just 21 years old and he won't win any Champions League trophies till 2027.
Hey, listen.
That's a funny one.
It might just be, bro. It might just be.
So what's your thoughts? Have you lot talked on the Mane thing? Yeah.
No. Just the Haaland thing.
Okay, so let's get into this Mane thing, man. Let's chop it up.
First thing I will say, word to what you lot are saying in the chat. Salah's agent, he's just a dickhead. We don't like him. Never have. He needs to stop.
Nick, bro. He's a top.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
It confirms Salah's new contract, in my opinion. I think once Mane's off the wage bill, yeah, I feel like we're going to give Salah that mega contract. It doesn't. 350 a week to 400 a week is going to hurt my chest, but I think it's happening because apparently the reason why his agent flew out and negotiated because they feel Liverpool are being a bit disrespectful and just focusing on Salah's contract. So yeah, it's going to be sad. And this whole swap thing for Gnabry, I hear he's younger, but we want money from Mane, man. We want money.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's we signing for what, 35, 36 mil? We can make a bit of that. We can sell him at least for 60, 70 M's because he just touched 30, proven, world class. We can make profits from that. We can actually sell him for
with 1 year left on his deal though.
That's the only thing that makes it a bit.
And Bayern don't really spend like that.
Yeah,
with 1 year left on his deal is the only thing. If it was 3 years or something, calm, but it's 1 year left on his deal.
So we were saying this about Salah. If Salah was to leave, how much would we like to receive for him? And let's be real, recent months, there's not been much difference between because if you were the one that was saying for Salah, you would hit your 70 per year.
And like, again, it's only again, that was only because of that. Do you know what I mean? Like 1 year left, like that man there. We're like, well, bro, we can wait in it. Like, you know, that's if you ain't signed him up by now, and we could talk to him, we'll wait and we'll get him for free. We'll just give him the mad wage. So this is why I'm like, there's only a limit when a man's got 1 year left that you can't ask the mad thing because like.
But
I won't lie, you know. I would rather just keep man until the end of his contract. If it's going to be like a 40 million thing, like, what's the point? You might as well just keep man for another year, rinse him, get the best out of him, and then just go all in. Oh, I'm not trying to see no 40 million for Mane, but bruv, that's what we paid him for 5 years ago. That's
outrageous. That's outrageous. Yeah,
that's outrageous. Just let me.
I think 60 M. What about 60 M?
That's what I was saying. Roughly double, but roughly 60. That's what I was saying. I think if we was to sell Eva in their last year,
55 M and add-ons.
Yeah.
Bro, it's gone down. It went down in the last 2 minutes.
I'm just being realistic.
I want
yeah?
60. I want a cold hard 60 in it. I don't want no
First,
Haaland's buyout clause is 60 what?
That's a man. Yeah. Why was there no other teams in for him as well? Like,
no, but I can't.
His dad
it's the way,
wants 20 mil.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to eat.
It's not him. His family want 20 mil. Like it's all like bills 100 mil before you get to Haaland's wages himself. Like that's why, bro. Like it was dumb when they broke it down. It was peas.
Just to touch on the other rumor, Bill. What are you not saying with the Gnabry swap? Would you want him or?
Never, Marshall. Never.
There's
no one that's given 80 million. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. You paid 80 million, or you wanting your team to pay 80 million for Mane when he's got a year left on his contract. Like
they can sign it, they can agree to deal in Jan as well. So it's like you might.
Do you see what I'm saying? If your team is serious and he's serious, you're not paying 80 mil for no. What do you mean, bro? Like you're paying 80 mil for Mane with 3 years left. Then let's talk.
Yeah.
3 years left on a contract. Let's chat. AFCON winner. Don't chat to me. Don't come to me to the table with nothing less than 80 mil. Like I'm sitting here with big chest. Like, are you dumb?
Let's be real, saying as well. Let's be real. The minute a club sees that 3-0 near your name, that 30 years of age, everything just comes down naturally. They naturally have that.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, but the only thing, and we us three have all screamed this. Only thing with Mane and Salah, I think they're going to be at their peak for another 3-4 years. They look after their bodies well. Injury record is sublime. Like there's pros and cons to it.
This is why I'm saying like the 30+ thing kind of cancels itself out. Yeah, because Dembele's how old? Do you know them ones there? And like, do you see them ones there? So it cancels themselves out. But it's just the 1 year. And if you're a serious club that like he might actually go to, then it doesn't make sense for you to part with 80M. 80M, that's what 7M less than what Sancho went for. That's like 15M more than, like, put it perspectively. Like when you start actually,
the numbers don't really make sense.
They don't make sense, bro. This is why I was saying to you earlier on, like Salah would have to go for, and that's because at the time he was undoubtedly the best player in the world. Like man would pay 60M for, do you know, them ones there 70M, but man, we're talking 120M. I said with 1 year left, like what?
Bro, the City of Watford goes gasping, bro.
Yeah.
Allow me, bro.
I think
Allow me.
For 5 years for Haaland, it works out like 250 mil.
Brother,
what? This is why no one else went for him. Bro, his dad wanted 20M.
No, you gotta respect it. Listen, they all got
busting a nut. For busting a nut, bro.
Norway ain't cheap, you know. Norway ain't cheap, man. Norway is not cheap at all. And listen, them man are all trying to eat.
Man said, I bust a nut. I got my youth. That's what I'm doing. In like, you're paying.
That's tax from Roy Keane busting up his knee and that, innit? Like that's he's claiming from injuries.
And I respect it as well because it was never for anything that was like in small print. It was always very like, yo. Anyone that
this is their price, pay up.
Know that you're paying, man, 40M. 20 of it's going to the agent, 20 of it's going to man. What are you talking about? Bro, 40M before I even talk to the player. What's going on here? Allow me, bro. Allow me. So in terms of Mane,
the swap deal. Quickly, I know
it's outrageous.
But you wouldn't want the Gnabry as well. I know Ish don't. You wouldn't.
Nah, Sané. Then we talk. I said Sané. Then we talk. I don't want Gnabry. I can see it, and with Klopp, I wouldn't be mad if we got Gnabry. Like I think, like, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Man could. I want to be doing up next season. But he wouldn't be what I would be going for.
And injury record, he gets injured quite a bit.
We're losing that.
Yeah. Put it this way, man. If there was no swap deal and you just heard that we were in for Gnabry, would you be like, oh yeah, sick? Or would you be like,
I'd be like, F off, bro.
So I'm saying, so why now is it just because they want Mane? We have to be like, okay, cool. Like, what you got? Like, No, bro.
The only person that I like you can really even tempt me for is Sane. Like I said, like it's then I can chat. But what I don't want people to sleep on is the defensive work, the power, the pace, the like. Do you know what I mean? The rushing down. We lose all of that. You know, like we lose all of that. Like it's a lot.
Man's even doing like false nine in that now as well. So yeah.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot we lose. Like, let's be careful what we wish for, in it. Like, let's be careful. So that's why I wanted to talk about it. Because me personally, I'm not so. That's it. And this is another thing. I would rather, if you said to me, you got to pay Salah $450 to keep him and lose Mane, I'd be like, no. Personally.
Facts.
Bro, I said it from a while ago. Like, listen, they can both get 300 each. Like, you can't really tell me at this point that one is worth like 200 bags more than the other one. Nah.
What?
I hope not. But Dazim, do you know my man personally or something? Because if you know him, like, let me know, innit? You know what I'm saying? But he talking like he knows him, bro. Absolute garbage. I don't trust Sky Sports TV though. Let's be honest, they're pagans. Big up Zabiri, my guy. I big up you, man. Mark my words. Once these men get a serious injury, it's going to be the end. Recovery takes longer the older you get. Don't be wishing that.
It's in touch with, bro.
Man said Oslo ain't cheap wordish. Yeah, believe that. Trust me. Roy Keane
spending all sorts of money there.
For real. And last but not least, how good do we have to be off the ball against Villa? Very good off the ball, and that's why our center, our midfield, kind of represented that. So go back and watch that if you missed that, Ravi. But yeah, no, the word to that, we have to run. We have to make sure that we press these man, because McGinns of the world and all these man, they're do you know what I mean? They're just annoying. You know them ones there, them annoying man that we're gonna have to. Coutinho ain't doing no running off the ball, but them man are. You know what I'm saying? Right. So. That's Salah's agent liking the rumors of Sadio moving out LFC because of their commitments to Salah's contract. Yeah, that's true. We did say that. Ish did say that as well. Romz has been onto him early. Like he's moving like a pagan, man. He needs to stop.
Jake,
what we say about Carvalho, we're saying about the Carvalhos, when he comes in it, and we get the party started.
I'm saying, yeah, I've said this on the previous streams. I've tweeted it. Do not be surprised. I'm not saying first half of the season, but second half of the season, do not be surprised if this man is a regular star in our team. I know it sounds absurd now. First they call you crazy, then they ask you how do you knew. But this guy is the truth. Like, I don't really like passing players early, but you can just see it, bro. Like, I can see it. Klopp will just give him a run off of his form. He's amazing. And I know Demo disagreed with me, but Demo, if we watch this back, just have faith in this guy, bro. He's amazing. But that's what we're saying about Carvalho.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like when a man comes out, you know what I mean, jumps out and says something, because like he said, they call you crazy, then they'll be like, yo, fam, well go on, like, you know, like that. So no, definitely.
Word.
But no, like, listen, it's been another one. I've enjoyed it. It's been good. My brothers each and every time. Man, like Zabiri. Let me read out Zabiri's thing before we get out of here. Our team is a 2022 whip with 200k miles, need a new engine. Hendo is done out here, and Milner better not sign a contract. I feel like one goes and the other replaces the other one. You know, them ones there. Hendo gets the Milner minutes, and it's calm. Miles, it depends. Like, I hear what you're saying. I hear where you're coming from, but it's just one or two little things. Like I said, in our front line, it looked dead out. Then just a little inclusion of Luis Diaz just gave it life. You know, them ones there, like just a little one or two tweaks, and believe me, bro, the car will be wetting down the road, bro, winging. You know, like that.
Distance. Chouameni this summer, Bellingham next summer.
Co-op.
Both.
Okay.
You're better than man, them both. No long thing.
But I can't. I don't start selling Bellingham this summer. Still, we have to. You know what? Crazy things do happen, but to sell your two biggest players in the same window.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. You're right.
Big up.
Yeah, definitely, man. Big up SLJ Paulie. Big up Co-op. Ish, anything to tell the man before we get out of here?
Man, just strapping in it. I don't think tomorrow's game is gonna be easy. Saturday's gonna be it's a cup final as well, isn't it? But yeah, just people just try and enjoy the ride, man. I know the Spurs game was disappointing, but if you could have said to us beginning of the season we'll be in this stage at the end, we would have all bitten your hands off. So yeah, just enjoy the ride, guys. But it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad.
My guys going to the final as well, man. So we're gonna have some footage for you. Do you know what I mean? You know, come true and not get too wasted this time. And yeah, we're gonna have a watch along. We're gonna do a watch along for that still. It's gonna be mental. But yeah, definitely. We'll be back for the review anyways. But yo, this has been the preview. It's been Saint LFC TV. Please hit up the like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that. Comment gang been heavy. Appreciate it as always. And yeah, man, we'll see you next time. Out.